getting ready for the hunting season. So we're heading into spring, we're full force, and this is our time, guys. This is our time to plenty. I mean, as best as it's going to get in real estate this year, it's going to be in these next 3 months. So how are we going to do that? So Candace and I thought it'd be fun just to kind of talk tips, tricks, and what to do to get yourselves ready and settled into this season. And I wouldn't say settled, I would just say really pumped up to go out there and find and get your unfair share.
Yeah, that's it.
It's called hunting season because it like I said, it's our big time. It's our time to get out there and do what we do. Spring is traditionally our fastest as our biggest time
Yes,
for
yes.
busiest time, biggest time, busiest time for listings and for buyers. And so this is it, guys. So it's your time to shine. So um next.
Well, and then
Oh yeah.
historically, over these next 4 months, I mean, the best choice has had the largest number of closings per month. So April, May, June, and then July is kind of where that is maybe start slowing down a little bit. But
Yeah.
um, so yeah.
And the thing too, guys, is remember, listings, and that's why we push listings, is listings are really truly the that who owns the listings controls the market, right? So we see more listings out there, which means more buyers are going to be out there. And like Candace says, I mean, we had some excellent time the first quarter of the year, but this is go time.
Sorry, my battery
No, no.
plug in my
So
computer.
how you can start. So some of the things you can do to start getting ready for hunting season is review your CRM, remove duplicates, fix incorrect info, update phone numbers and emails, tag leads by stage, past clients, warm leads, hot leads, and make sure everyone is receiving a property market report. These are things that are simple things that if you have this done and cleaned up as we're going into the season, you will actually increase your business because it gets you in conversations just by doing the things that we should do all year long that I know I am terrible at, but it's important for us to take this time right now and do this. And I trust me, if you do this, you will have lots of conversations. Conversations lead to business. Next. So the power of the market report is explains what is in a market report is really just what is going on in their specific in your clients or your leads market. So anytime I get a lead, anytime I get a new client, they all get a market report that is specific to where they live. If I know where they live, they're getting a market report. This keeps them informed of what's going on. So when we are having conversations and being in an advisory position, it's not Virginia's, it's just said that the market's this or that. It's they've had proof throughout their time. So they're constantly getting something from me. It's part of what I call my 36 touch program. So every year, my goal is to reach out and touch. It sounds a little bit awkward, but basically reach out and connect 36 times with my leads and my past clients and potential new clients. So if you do this once a month, that's 12 touches a year. So you're down to 24 times you have to reach out. It keeps the clients informed, it builds trust and authority, and it drives inbound engagement, which is what we want to do.
Right. And then I'm going to also chime in. There is now, too, you guys, a new pending data report. So you'll notice, too, right now, if you've got a listing and you go under contract, there's additional information that we're plugging in. Like, was there multiple offers? Was there an inspection contingency where, contingencies waived? Was it over asking price? So now with that information that we're plugging in, there is now also, too, a pending is it called? It's called the pending data report.
Yeah.
So if you just search in the Northwest MLS, there's a pending data report and it gives you insight on the current market, right? So really good information. And I also realized there's like a free, simple workshop that you can go to and they're on Zoom. It's like a 1 hour training just to familiarize yourself. So when you are out here hunting, you know what you're talking about
Yeah.
in relation to what is happening in the market, or you can speak to whatever your client is looking to do. You know, if they're getting ready to list a home on the market, then you're able to speak to what is happening right now, real time.
That's relevant to them, right, Candace? It
Yes,
isn't, it's not, I think people get really detached from the market, or what they hear around them is what they think the market is. And the market is specific to where you live, and
right.
it's not always streamlined. So that's why that's important. Define your hunting ground. Choose your
Mhm.
target neighborhoods or price points. Look at turnover rates, inventory levels, and demand. Know your competition. What are other agents doing? And prepare your, it says farming tools, but honestly, prepare your tools and your tool belt. You think of what you know about what's going on, and be I can't think of the word. Be intentional about what you're doing.
Right. Reach
What
out to us, right? Reach out to us if you have questions. I know quite often, I'll have an agent, you haven't done a deal in quite a while.
mhm.
So, speak with us. Let's have some conversation so you know what's happening, what's going on. I can show you how to look at some of the data so you know what's really happening, right? Do we have multiple offers in this area? So not only that, getting just knowing what's going on with the preparing your farming tools. Maybe you might want to sit down with one of the sales reps at the escrow office and just find out from them what are some of the best tools that agents are using right now. I'm always a fan with checking in and just seeing if there's something new. Maybe I've missed, there's some kind of update on some of those farming tools that can make us work smarter, not harder. And have a strategy session with one of the sales reps
Yeah,
at your favorite
title.
title office.
Yep. And too, you think of this as just these are your tools, right? Like we use hunting because if you go hunting, you don't go out. I'm not a hunter, but I'm a fisher. I have been fishing, but you don't go out without your things and your implementations and your maps and your guidebooks and knowing how to track things, right? And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're tracking our clients, we're finding out who they are, and we're identifying who we want to be our clients, right? And I think that that is why that's so important to think about. And
So, who are you hunting for? Right? So, the missing client report. Who's fallen off of your radar? What past clients might be on the move up for being buyers? Who are the ones that have ghosted you? Maybe there's a buyer from, last year that just kind of got out of the market for whatever reason. And now, I don't know, I think one of my clients just got quoted 5.75 interest rate, FHA, purchase, that's huge. I mean, when I know that just a couple of months ago it was like 6.9, 7.25. So that's huge. So know what's going on. Reach out. I'm a big whiteboard fan. Get that whiteboard out and or even if it's a notebook, wherever it is, get the notebook and just start going through. Who haven't I talked to? Who haven't I followed up with? What do I want to target? Do I actually want to go out and take my strategy and my hunting season? I'm going to do open houses, consistently over the next few months. That's going to be my strategy. Maybe you're one who's going to come in and call expireds. So who are you hunting for? Know your audience and what your goal is um, in this hunting season. Is it going to be past clients, your sphere? Is it going to be your sphere of influence, people that you know? So next. Okay, now you're going to start reconnecting with people. So you want to have an ideal strategy, or is it going to be phone calls? Text Blitz Week. You guys know sometimes this is one thing that I do a couple times a year, a personalized video message that can go out to everybody in your phone. And it's just a generic message that can reach anybody, but just let them know, hey, it's Candace, the spring market is amongst us. If you have any plans, real estate related, would you please reach out and wait for the responses? Tax time. Can you make sure that your clients have their final settlement statements or getting their tax documents together? Tax deadline is, geez, sorry. Started sweating on that one. Home
Breathe,
anniversary
everybody
check-ins,
breathe.
right? Home anniversary, go through the list of your clients that have anniversaries and check in with them. Make a phone call. Maybe it's just a simple text and, hey, it's been a year. It's been 2 years. I recently had one pop up on my social media and it hit me. I'm like, holy moly, it was 7 years ago. That client needs to, we need to really talk. I need to be in um, conversation with them. So I posted, I'm like, hey, do you believe it's been 7 years since you purchased your home? Well, guess what? I'm sending out a market analysis because he's thinking about making some moves. Baby number two has come and they're kind of somewhat growing out of that first home that they bought 7 years ago. Top buy gifts for your top leads or referrals, right? Are you going to send out a magazine? Start sending out a quarterly magazine. Are your newsletters going out pretty consistently? So finding ways to reconnect with your people. And I know a lot of agents, they're constantly like, what do I say? What do I do? Spring is just a wonderful time. Especially in this area, we've got cabin fever. We are ready to get out. People want to hear from you, walks and talks in the park, let's meet up for tea. Dinner dates get expensive. So yeah, coffee and tea breaks or a walk and talk.
I love walk and talks and it's very simple. You can even say this might not be for you, but how about going out for coffee or just reconnecting and taking a walk on, we have amazing trails, walkable trails all over this area. One
Right,
of the girls I was in Idaho last week in Coeur d'Alene at our office there, and one of the girls, I was, she didn't know what to say, so I said, why don't you put the market update on the back of a recipe? Take a
right.
recipe around to your neighborhood and on the back, just put the market update.
Simple, so
Keep it
simple.
simple. We make it too hard, I think, in our
We
minds.
do. We do.
Yeah.
And this is the time too for a lot of top producers. And I won't say just top producers, but you're doing your client appreciation events. This is the time to get those scheduled, get them going. Ice cream social, the down at the waterfront, there was somebody who does like a drawing for a cute bike, a big, bright pink bike. Get out there. This Saturday, I was out at the Reston waterfront. I could not believe how many people were out there. So great time for those client appreciation events as well. Next. All right. So your top three tools this season. Um, number one, first tool is your CRM. Real Geeks, Follow Up Boss, Brevity, whatever it is that you're using. Get in your CRM, get everybody as organized as you can so you are able to hunt, right? Hunt, right? And maybe, and I've talked to plenty of agents, maybe it's your notebook. Who cares? Whatever it is. Maybe it's that spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet doesn't
Pull it
matter.
all out. That's first tool that we need to kind of organize. For me, sometimes it's just that whiteboard. I need to get this whiteboard pulled out, cross-reference, and these are like my target people that I'm ready to, get that buyer that has been on the fence. It's time. Rates have dropped significantly, and now is the time. Tool number two, your market reports, listing alerts, right? Are people set up on a drip campaign? Are you doing video marketing? Are you doing a social media campaigns? Get your tools in order and ready to go. Virginia, is there anything you can add on that?
Well, I think, first of all, if most of your CRMs will have the market reports pretty readily easy. If you're not big on social media, and I had an onboarding today with a young woman who was like, I don't do social media. That's great. You don't have to, but find another way to connect with people.
Mhm.
So even if it
Right.
is, really, we make it too hard. So if you're not going to do social media and video marketing, don't worry about it. But stop by and talk to neighbors. Go do an event or interview people at your local hamburger place and invite people there. There's a lot of
Or
different.
what about even, tool number three can be getting ready for open houses. If you're
Yeah, open
somebody who's not
houses.
on social media, get out there and open house. That
Yeah.
means previewing homes, right? It's making sure that you've got your stuff together. I always tell agents the best way to get clients in is to be knowledgeable about the area that you're doing the open house on, because
Yep,
so many people come in and they just kind of expect the da 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 da. Yeah,
yep.
this person knows nothing. I'm just going to come in and tour that house. But once you hit them with knowledge and you know about
The
what's going
market.
on in the market and the other house down the street that
Mhm.
just sold, you've got them in there just like that.
One thing I've started doing, Candace, at my open houses is I've started, I shouldn't wish I didn't have this blurred, but I started having a sheet of my services that I bring, and it's on nice paper. It's on nice, like really
It
nice
is. It looks
paper.
gorgeous.
And so I put that up in a little frame thing, and then I have extras of those. And it just shows a level of professionalism that other agents aren't doing. And so
Right.
your time, when you're in an open house, you have literally less than 20 minutes to, or even less sometimes than 5 minutes to make an impression on people. So you need to be ready to go. And if it means you drive around the area, if you've never been to the area, I was up in Snoqualmie this, I was all over the place for open houses this week, but I was up in Snoqualmie. It's not some place I hang out, but I had looked up the area. I've done some races up there. A Tiger Mountain is one of those races I have on my bucket list to do. So I was able to talk to that, and I was able to talk to other houses that are around that area.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's ways to connect with people that don't involve social media or video marketing.
Exactly. Exactly. So, what makes these tools powerful? I mean, your CRM helps you stay organized and consistent. For those of you that don't use a CRM, if it's a notebook, it's your getting everything organized and in one place so that you know who you're missing, who you're not missing. It needs to be in front of you. So stay organized and consistent. The market reports are providing value without being salesy. It's great information. I'm a big fan of HomeBot, and I'm telling you, that is something that I know my clients love, because it tells me that they're looking at this information and want to know something. And so, just having that report, it gives you a notification when they're looking at it. So that's an easy pick up the phone, make the phone call and say, hey, is there anything that I can go over with you? Do you have any upcoming plans? I've noticed that you've been looking at the value of your home, and sometimes it might not lead to anything. Maybe they need to get a loan. So you need to connect them with your lender. Maybe they're like considering some upgrades to the house. But market reports. And then the video social, that's building connection and visibility. Um, and visibility of you as that agent, right? That is going to support them. Um, Whatever that looks like, for each of us in our real estate business.
So I want to circle back to the market reports, and what you said there is about specifically about being the person that is out there. It gives them the ability to see things going on, and your HomeBot gives you ability to have conversations. And this is where we switch from being a salesperson to an advisor. So if we put on our advisor hat when we're out hunting, how much more powerful is that than just being a salesperson?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. 100%. This is a good one. Mindset matters. Mental health. I'm sorry, mental health. This is mental.
Mental health matters, Candace. Trust me.
It does. It does. Mental prep for the hunt. So practice like you've never won, perform like you've never lost. Get into the performance mindset like an athlete. Schedule your power hours, your daily prospecting. Get your rest, get your exercise and boundaries, right? I think when we get rest and we have exercise, we have capacity. So rest up, exercise, get focused, organized, lean on accountability partners. Hello, I'm
And
here.
we're here.
We are here for it. Somebody asked me, can I call you? Can I ask you a question? Hello, guys, that's what I'm here for. Um, Lean on your accountabilities and your coaching groups. And we've got our different mastermind groups. We have our Facebook closed group. If you need to, if you've got questions or you're, maybe feeling nervous or you want to go over some scripts, hey, Candace, I'm getting ready to call, 50 of my past clients, and I just kind of want to get a little practice in. Let's do it. Let's do it. Um, Practice with me, practice with Virginia. I know Tara, she gets calls too. She don't she might tell you to call one of us, but she's got some time, she'll listen as well. So um let's see here. Anything else that we need to add there, Virginia?
No, but I do think that we underestimate the idea of mindset, right? We need to condition ourselves in order to be able to give what we give to our clients. And it's easy to forget that part. We get caught up in the day to day and when transactions are going sideways, and guys, they're going to go sideways. It is just a fact of life. You do enough transactions, you're going to have enough that go sideways. And if we're not mentally prepared and we haven't set our mindset and our intentions, it's going to be really hard to get through that. It's going to make it feel like it is the end of the world instead of like,
Hmm.
okay, this is just a little bump in the road that we can get past.
Right.
And don't underestimate exercise and rest. I mean, instead of keeping chips in your car because it's easy and fast, keep something in that's high energy, not a Red Bull, but like, fruits and vegetables and things like that. I'm not telling you how to eat. I'm just telling you that if you prepare yourself as if you're going to go out and you're an athlete and you're a hunter, then you take care of yourself. And I'm not always great at that, but I know the difference when I'm not working out. Candace and everybody in this office can tell you the difference. Virginia's not a good person.
Everybody in the office. Oh, geez, not that
Well,
bad,
I'm a good person, but I might not be nice.
Virginia.
But so in boundaries, make sure that you identify with the boundaries that your clients need to understand that you have you do have a life. So calling you at midnight may not be the most appropriate thing. And so
Right,
make sure that if you set their expectations right up front of what it's going to look like to work with you, then it's going to be easier to keep those boundaries.
definitely.
And then Candace and I are here for you always. And then keep going. Oh, our fun toys.
Get ready to hunt, right? So clean your data, know your territory, reconnect intentionally, get your tools together, and there's tons of tools. Prep your mind and your calendar. So thinking about all the tools that are out there, there's your showing time, your Supra E-Key, the Northwest MLS app, QB Casa for listings, your Agent One app, whether it's Chicago, Tycor, what have you. Get your Zoom ready. You know what? Sometimes people aren't able to meet or go for that walk and talk. But you know what? Hey, do you mind meeting over Zoom? I, I just want to see you, say hello, see how you're doing. Um, Redfin, know what your buyers and sellers are looking at. Zillow, right? So you can speak on, the different pricing and
Platforms.
platforms, sorry, yes, your real geeks, your CRM, right, whether it's real geeks, social bay, that is a wonderful tool that we have that for some of you that are maybe not so social savvy or want something where you can just kind of set it and pop some money on it and get some leads and also still be communicating with others on social. So let's see here. What else do we have next? Okay, now strategy. This is time to ask questions. Um,
What are some of your number one mindset tricks? I would love to hear that from other people. How about you, Candace? What do you think?
I'm an affirmation type of gal, so just positive affirmations. But for me, just like when I want to get into the mindset, it's that health stuff. It's getting up early, making sure I have enough rest, drinking my water, because drinking the water so that I can just that mental clarity. Because I'm telling you, I think the whole, what's it called? Cabin fever is a real thing, all winter long,
Seasonal,
it's like,
seasonal depression is real.
yep, yep. So just like getting healthy, getting up, set your day right, work out, eat healthy. And that just helps, always get into the right mood. I love to do nature walks and get out in the morning and do a nice brisk walk before I pick up my phone and start getting into, uh,
Doing what
connecting
you
with
do.
clients and agents for that matter. But yeah.
Do we have any questions or anything before we wrap up for the evening?
What
I have a
about you?
question regarding about social way. Should I ask now or call you
Yes.
later?
Now you can ask now or we can talk about it at our one-on-one tomorrow. What's your
That's
question?
so actually I'm getting lead. So when I try to reach out to them, and few of them I tried today, and they are end up doing like, oh, we are not buying. We want to rent. So when they fill out that form, isn't that clear on that form?
No, it's not. So
Okay.
one of the things to do, because you will get rental people right in that mix. And so
Mhm.
one of the things I do is like, okay, no worries. I understand. Let me ask you, have you ever thought of buying a house? And did you know there's programs out there for first time home buyers? And then bring them back in there.
Okay. So I was like a little confused, like when they fill out that form, is that clear on that part?
No,
Yes or
no, it's
no? Okay.
no, it's not clear because all it's asking is for their name, number, and their email address.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
of course. Anybody else? Anything? Let's
What do
see.
you do, Virginia, for mindset?
I work out. I spend time outside, but one of the things I do before I go into a listing appointment is I listen to whatever my favorite song is at the time, or usually it's Eye of the Tiger, but I envision myself going on a stage in front of
Mm,
people, and then when I take a deep breath and I step out of that car, I'm in business.
right.
So everything that's going on in the day goes away. I'm on stage.
Stage. Spotlight.
So
Awesome.
Praska is saying that she's quitting sugar and processed food. That's good. So
You
Another
know that sugar. Oh boy, that sugar is something else, isn't it?
I'm so addicted to it.
Me
another
too.
one is affirmations, but repeating them like more like connotations. And
Yep.
we do have a list of affirmations for both listing and buyer brokers on our downloads page. So you don't even have to come up with new ones.
Yep. There you go. Oh, checking my stocks. It's time to hustle. Yeah. Yep. It's time. It's time.
Yeah,
Well,
really. Oh my
cool.
goodness.
Well, if prepare, breathe, and prayer. I love that.
Totally agree. Yeah, I
Okay.
like that one.
So hunting season is your Super Bowl. Preparation equals confidence. Go out there and hunt with purpose. Connect with Candace and I through email and social on social media. Drop your questions or comments. We've already done that. Stay sharp and close strong this season.
Let's
Yay, yay, yay.
go. Hunting season is here.
Yay.
Wonderful.
So, cool. Thank you guys so very much for being here, part of our evening together. Again, if you guys need anything, Candace and I are your support team. We're here to support you guys in your business, and we're here for you guys to lean on. So thank you very much.